Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. The tension in Port Charles reached an entirely new level as the day unfolded with shocking confrontations and unrelenting scheming. Drew, whose actions have consistently skirted the line between desperation and outright manipulation, found himself in a position of power he couldn't resist exploiting. His latest move targeted Jordan, a woman whose loyalty and integrity have always been his touchstone. However, Drew has chosen a path that could jeopardize everything he has built and potentially tear apart the delicate web of relationships in Port Charles. The scene opens with Drew confronting Jordan in a setting that is as intimate as it is volatile. His eyes reflect a mixture of determination and desperation, a combination that makes it almost impossible for Jordan to anticipate his next move. Drew doesn't mince words. He lays out his expectations, and the weight of his threats hangs heavily in the air. Jordan's initial reaction is disbelief, followed by a measured composure that reflects her experience and resilience. She knows Drew well enough to sense the underlying motivations driving his actions, yet she also knows that underestimating him could be dangerous. Drew leans in closer, his voice low but charged with tension. He makes it clear that compliance is not optional, framing his demands with precision. The very way he presents his ultimatum is designed to corner Jordan, to leave her with a sense of urgency she cannot ignore. Jordan, however, refuses to show fear. Her responses are calculated, carefully chosen to maintain a fragile balance between asserting her own principles and avoiding outright defiance that could escalate the situation. The exchange between them is electric, each word carefully weighted, each pause deliberate. Meanwhile, the repercussions of Drew's actions ripple outward, affecting more than just Jordan. Sonny, ever vigilant when it comes to his loved ones, catches wind of the tension and confronts Lulu. Sonny's approach is a stark contrast to Drew's manipulative tactics. His anger is immediate, raw, and transparent. There is no hidden agenda, no veiled threat. Sonny is a man who knows the value of truth and the necessity of accountability, and when he faces Lulu, there is an expectation that honesty will be the only acceptable currency. The confrontation between Sonny and Lulu is intense, filled with emotional highs and lows that mirror the storm brewing within Port Charles. Sonny's frustration is palpable as he demands answers, his voice rising with every moment Lulu hesitates or obfuscates. Lulu, in turn, struggles with the weight of her own choices, understanding that the path she has taken has led to this unavoidable collision. The tension is further amplified by the history they share, the unspoken emotions, and the unyielding sense of responsibility that ties them together. Back with Drew and Jordan, the stakes escalate as Drew's blackmail takes on new dimensions. He leverages information with a surgical precision, exploiting vulnerabilities and threatening exposure. Jordan listens intently, weighing every implication, every potential consequence. There is a battle of wits occurring, subtle yet ferocious, where each party seeks to gain the upper hand without losing control. The psychological tension is almost unbearable, and the audience can feel the pressure mounting with every passing second. Drew's strategy is complex, his approach multifaceted. He alternates between charm and intimidation, carefully calibrating his actions to elicit a reaction from Jordan that he can manipulate. He presents scenarios, outlines potential outcomes, and subtly implies that resistance is futile. Jordan, however, is not so easily swayed. She counters with logic, appeals to morality, and a quiet strength that reveals just how dangerous Drew's overconfidence could be. Each of her responses chips away at the illusion of control that Drew seeks to establish, highlighting a nuanced battle between intellect and impulse. As the confrontation progresses, the emotional stakes for Jordan rise dramatically. She realizes that yielding to Drew's demands could have far-reaching consequences, not just for herself, but for those she cares about. Her inner conflict is palpable. Every decision is a calculated risk, and the weight of moral responsibility bears down on her. The tension in her voice, the subtle shifts in posture, the careful choice of words all reveal a woman who is acutely aware of the danger, yet refuses to surrender her principles. Meanwhile, Sonny's confrontation with Lulu continues to unfold with escalating intensity. Sonny's questions cut deep, targeting not just the facts of the situation but the intentions and motivations behind Lulu's choices. There is a sense of urgency in his tone, an insistence that clarity be achieved immediately. Lulu responds with honesty, albeit cautiously, navigating the difficult terrain of truth and consequence. Their dialogue exposes the vulnerability inherent in relationships tested by external pressures and internal conflicts. Back at the core of Drew's scheme, the blackmail scenario reaches a critical juncture. Drew's threats are no longer hypothetical. He outlines concrete repercussions, detailing exactly what will happen if Jordan does not comply. The specificity of his approach adds a layer of fear and uncertainty, forcing Jordan to consider every possible outcome. Yet, her determination remains steadfast. There is a tension between fear and defiance, a delicate balance that keeps the confrontation on the edge of escalation. The dynamic between Drew and Jordan is further complicated by external pressures. The surrounding characters, aware of the brewing conflict, react in ways that heighten the drama. Rumors circulate, alliances are tested, and loyalties are questioned. Drew's actions, while targeted, have a domino effect, influencing decisions and interactions throughout the wider Port Charles community. Each character's reaction adds depth to the narrative, illustrating the interconnectedness of the personal and social stakes at play. As the episode progresses, the psychological complexity of Drew's behavior becomes increasingly evident. His motivations are layered, driven by a mixture of fear, ambition, and perhaps a desperate desire for control. Jordan, in contrast, embodies resilience, pragmatism, and ethical fortitude. The juxtaposition of their characters creates a compelling tension that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats, invested in every word, every pause, every nuance of interaction. Sonny and Lulu navigate their own storm. Sonny's insistence on accountability forces Lulu to confront uncomfortable truths. There is no room for avoidance, no opportunity for deflection. Each exchange is charged with emotion, revealing both the strain of past events and the weight of present consequences. The confrontation serves as a microcosm of the broader moral and emotional landscape of Port Charles, where choices carry significant repercussions. As the narrative reaches its climax, Drew ramps up the intensity of his blackmail, pushing Jordan to the limits of her patience and resolve. The stakes are higher than ever, with potential consequences that could reshape relationships and power dynamics in unpredictable ways. Jordan, recognizing the gravity of the situation, responds with a blend of courage, strategy, and unwavering principle. Her decisions reflect a deep understanding of both the immediate threat and the broader ethical context in which she operates. Meanwhile, Sonny's confrontation with Lulu reaches an emotional crescendo. The intensity of their exchange exposes vulnerabilities, fears, and unspoken truths. Sonny's passion and insistence for honesty compel Lulu to confront the repercussions of her choices. Their dialogue captures the complexity of trust, love, and accountability, providing a compelling counterpoint to the manipulation and power struggles represented by Drew and Jordan's interaction. As the episode concludes, the tension leaves viewers questioning what comes next. Drew's blackmail has succeeded in unsettling Jordan, but the outcome remains uncertain. Sonny and Lulu's confrontation forces clarity, but the emotional fallout promises lingering consequences. The intertwining of manipulation, confrontation, loyalty, and morality creates a rich tapestry of drama, keeping audiences deeply invested in the fate of every character. In summary, the Friday update of General Hospital delivers a powerful, suspenseful sequence of events. Drew's manipulative tactics place Jordan in a precarious position, challenging her intellect, ethics, and resilience. Sonny's confrontation with Lulu provides an emotional counterbalance, highlighting themes of accountability, trust, and moral responsibility. Both storylines interweave to create a tense, engaging, and emotionally charged narrative that resonates with viewers, leaving them eager for the next development in Port Charles. The drama of Drew's blackmail, combined with Sonny's moral confrontation, exemplifies the intensity and complexity that fans have come to expect from General Hospital. Each character's decisions ripple outward, influencing not only their immediate relationships, but also the broader dynamics of the community. The stakes are high, the emotions are raw, and the tension is palpable. Viewers are left on the edge of their seats, anticipating the next twists and turns, the next strategic maneuver, the next emotional revelation. As night falls over Port Charles, the echoes of confrontation linger, a reminder that in this world, every choice has consequences. Drew's power play against Jordan, Sonny's demand for honesty from Lulu, and the surrounding ripple effects create a captivating narrative that will continue to unfold in dramatic and unpredictable ways. With alliances tested, loyalties questioned, and ethical boundaries challenged, Friday's update is a quintessential example of General Hospital's ability to blend suspense, emotion, and character-driven storytelling into an unforgettable viewing experience. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.